people here, you guys. I'm so honored. I feel so good that so many people want to learn about Walmart. I'm so excited. I would love to know if anybody is selling on Walmart. Let me know in the chat because I think it'd be super exciting for people to connect who are selling on Walmart. Dee, are you selling on Walmart? You are? Awesome. I'm so, that's awesome. Yeah, you didn't know you could sell on Walmart? Yeah, it's very new. It's really exciting. Also, it's just kind of so new that there's a lot of headaches that come with it. And so it's exciting. And I also heard that Target might be opening up their marketplace. And I've also heard that Nordstrom might be opening up their marketplace. If that's the case, like Nordstrom would be great. For Nordstrom Rack to Nordstrom would be a good thing. But one thing at a time. Perfect. Well, thank you everyone for joining me. I'm really so excited. I have been selling on Walmart since February. So I'm just going to share with you what has worked for me, what I'm doing, and kind of guide you on how you can get started. There's a whole lot of unknown with Walmart. It's a lot of test it out and see how it goes. It's a lot of maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. And so that's just the thing with Walmart is there's so much unknown. But at the end of the day, it is very profitable. It's very lucrative and it's been working for me. And so go ahead and try and drop your questions in the chat. I should have had a lovely co-host today because there's so many people in here. But I will do the best I can with getting questions and go over everything. So, okay. So I will try and keep the chat up and kind of just go as we go. Perfect. So why Walmart? So first off, there are so many opportunities when it comes to Walmart. You can create your own bundles. You can create your own listings. You can create multi-packs and then create your own listing and be the only person on that listing. You can sell your tanked items from Amazon to Walmart. I know that's more like OA style. I haven't done that, but people in my Discord have, and so that's what they do a lot. But I don't really deal with a lot of tanked items from OA, so but Walmart is a lot like Amazon when it comes to, seller fulfilled or WFS. Seller fulfilled is just FBM and WFS is FBA. It's a lot of the same common things, and we'll go over that in a little while, but they're pretty similar when it comes to Amazon, which is so nice. But Walmart can also create a new income stream, which I feel like all of us are trying to do. Everyone wants, not this one little, goose egg. You want your baskets and many different eggs in different baskets. And you can do your same business model as Amazon. I'm not doing eBay to Walmart. I'm just doing eBay to Amazon. But I'm doing retail arbitrage, and I'm also doing Amazon to Walmart, which has been very successful. But you can do OA, you can do your RA, you can do so many things with the Walmart that you're already doing with Amazon. And because Amazon is so new and so early, that it's very lucrative. Like I think the one account or the one listing that I have, or there is one listing that I have that has 8 other sellers, which is the most I have on any of my listings. And I have probably about 250 items in the Walmart catalog. So, it's either me and 2 other sellers, and we just rotate it evenly. So, and there are roughly 150,000 sellers on Walmart, which is really low compared to Amazon. And IP complaints aren't an issue with Walmart yet. I've heard one person have a complaint, but not really. And so it's not a huge concern like it is on Amazon. So that's something also to kind of be relaxed about. I'm curious if you guys know how many Amazon sellers there are. I'm curious if you guys can just drop it in the chat, like how many Amazon sellers are there? I'm curious what you guys think. 2+ million. So there are actually, 1.9 million active sellers on Amazon. And there are actually 9.7 sellers in total. So 9.7 million, 47 trillion. It feels like that, Steve. But yes, 1.9 active sellers. So from 1.9 million and going into Walmart with 150,000, that's a huge, huge change, So it's crazy. So my Walmart journey so far is my first sale was actually February 1st, which is a good date to kind of like track it. I've had over 400 sales. I'm doing about 5,000 a month in sales. Um, I'm doing mainly retail arbitrage and Amazon to Walmart. The main stores I go to are the grocery outlet, Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. Sometimes I'll do Burlington's. I have hired my cousin to help me because those darn stickers at Ross and TJ Maxx were gonna kill me. So I have hired her to help me in removing stickers. So when she's available, we'll go to those stores so then she can remove those stickers. Um, and then I'm also using Keepa deals to flip on Walmart, those lightning deals or anything like that to help me kind of get that edge. Because there's a few that I have one replen item that I have been selling consistently. It sells really well on Amazon for $9.99, and I'm selling it on Walmart for $25.99. And I've already sent in, I think 20, and then 30 are already on their way again because they just keep selling. So it's been amazing on that aspect. Like, what is it, Amanda? I am nothing. It's a great product. I love it. Keepa shows it sells. So if it sells well on Keepa, you can kind of assume it sells well on Walmart also. So, um, so tip number one that I have been kind of doing lately is I buy 10 items off Amazon that I can sell in Walmart, and then I use that invoice to get ungated. Then I source eBay to Amazon for that. We've been going into beauty brands a lot lately. You have to get like 10 to get ungated. So we'll flip that on Walmart and then go source that from eBay. So you're kind of making money while getting ungated, which is usually hard, to have. And D, you asked a good question. Am I using a prep center for Walmart? And yes, I am. I just started this week. They will be getting my first shipment out this week. My packages were coming to my house and they were a little different with eBay to Amazon because eBay to Amazon, they were smaller packages. But because I'm buying Amazon, it's a bigger boxes because I'm buying more quantity. And I just can't take up my whole living room again. So I had to get a prep center. But I am a guinea pig for this prep center. So I'm the first at Walmart. And so it's going to be a little bumpy for, a little while. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated on that one. Yes, it is, D. So ungating for Walmart. So we all know the process for Amazon where you have to have 10 units and then you have to submit the invoice. And yeah, Jose, I see your question about buy box. That's definitely in here, so I'm glad you asked. We'll go over the buy box in a little bit, but for ungating, it's not like Walmart, or it's not like Amazon where you have to buy the 10. So it's a little bit different. So there are hard gates. Like Equate, I guess, is a hard gate for some people. Pioneer Woman, the cutesy little dishes. Oral-B, I've heard, is gated for some, but not all. So that one's kind of a little different. And so it's just kind of being, aware of what could be a hard gate and not. But I had to get ungated for Disney, Lego, Star Wars, and Squishmallow. Those are the only four that I've had to get ungated. And I've sold in every category. I've sold I've sold in baby tools, health and beauty, grocery I do a lot of, and those are the only 4 brands that I had to get ungated in. Um, but to get ungated is so much simpler on Walmart. You can just buy 2 of any item from Walmart, Target. I did the Disney store, and even Amazon. You can upload a receipt. So once you get your account going, you can submit a case and just upload your receipt, which is crazy because Amazon's like, no, we need an invoice. But I got ungated with Disney with just a receipt and buying 2 items from Walmart. And then I did Star Wars with Target. It just on the receipt says Disney or it says Star Wars. You just take a picture, you're good to go. It did take a long time for them to ungate me. Just they're kind of backed up right now and like processing it. So that was kind of a bummer, but I got ungated. So with only 2 items. So, and then, so obviously it sounds amazing. So here are the cons that come with selling on Walmart. And there is no Keepa, there is no seller amp, there is no go-to lister or like any listing software. There's a huge learning curve with Walmart because listing can be very time consuming. Recently I've been bulk uploading and you have to upload to do seller fulfilled, and then you have to take seller fulfilled and bulk upload it to convert it into WFS eligible. So you're doing one step twice. And when you're listing, you have to put in if the item has batteries and what type of battery. If you're listing a beauty product, you have to attach the safety data sheet with it. And so that can just get really time consuming finding those safety data sheets, or figuring out the battery, and or sometimes they want the dimensions and it errors out a lot when you're uploading. It takes time, it's very time consuming, but it is possible, and I feel like it's only going to get better. And the reason why there is no Keepa, there's no seller amp, is because Walmart does not sell their API. They keep it to themselves. There are some softwares out there, but for the most part, there's no Keepa to really tell us what sells or what doesn't. And that's the most unfortunate part. So when somebody comes out with a software, they're gonna be huge. But as of right now, there's no like Keepa, which is really what I'm waiting for. Cindy, you asked, are there any YouTubes on uploading and converting to WFS? Not right now, but I am working on it. I actually have one I'm going to do tomorrow, so stay tuned because that is definitely something that the YouTube world needs to know is how to upload that because it's crazy. But basically, because there's no Keepa, because there's no seller amp or go-to lister, it's crazy. It's like the wild, wild west, is what people are saying in my Discord because people are so turned off that they're like, I have no data, I have no nothing, so why would I sell on there? Well, because it's amazing and it's lucrative and it works for us. So that is why people are kind of not jumping on us because of that. But there are ways around it. So exactly, how do we know what sells? Without Keepa, we don't know the price history, we don't know the sales history, and we all know, So I go by 3 rules. This is kind of what the community goes by. This is kind of what everyone goes by. So the first is making sure there are reviews on the listing. See, I attached this aqua noodle pool chair. It has 200 reviews. So that obviously will sell because 200 reviews, there's a lot of people buying that item. Not every single person will leave a review on an item. There's so many items in my catalog that only have one review and they're selling consistently. And I test buy about 5 items. And so if those 5 items sell within a month, then I go and replenish it. And since I've been selling since February, I don't have any items that I've had since February. Everything I've had since February and March have already sold through. So even if it's just one review, it will sell. Because they say that one review equals to 100 purchases. Now, I don't know how true that is or not, but we will see, you know? And then also with this screenshot is it says 500 plus bought since yesterday, and this is in 200 people plus's cart. Plus it's a bestseller. You see that little tag. So that also indicates that this sells. But obviously this price point, you wouldn't want to sell this because there's not much money to be made. But like with those little data points, you can kind of determine what will sell and what will not. So and then the second thing is there are other sellers on the listing, but not Walmart. As you can see in the little first one where I've highlighted the yellow, sold and shipped by Walmart. Once I see that, I leave. I'm good. I'm done. I don't even entertain the idea because I have no idea if Walmart shares the buy box. We don't have Keepa to determine that. So I personally am not going to invest in my money in something that may or may not sell. And then as you can see on the right where it just says this key, I don't know how to say that, Keeling D Co. Ltd. They are a third-party seller like myself. They do fulfilled by Walmart, which is FBA, and they are pro seller, which I'll go into that again. But and this listing also has 2 other sellers at that 15-17 mark. And these are 2 separate listings, by the way. The sold on Walmart was like a I don't remember what it was. And then this right here, the 15-17 was like a soap, I believe. So that's a good indicator. And then the next is where shipping is not available. This is where it's kind of like the gold mine, where you're on your app, usually on your Walmart app, you can scroll down, you can see these 3 little boxes. If all 3 of them are lit up, that means usually Walmart is shipping them. You can pick it up in your Walmart and you can have it delivered. But for this item, I believe it was a soy sauce, which to me, this means that I can have my Walmart pick it up and I can have it delivered to me, but maybe people on the East Coast don't have access to this soy sauce, so they will need to have it shipped to them. So because it's out of stock for shipping, that's a great opportunity for me to send it into WFS, and then they can have it shipped to them. And as you can see on the right where it's like $5.65 plus shipping, so all that the customer has to do is compare all of the other sellers and then pick what they would like. So that to me is a great opportunity. There are so many people in my Discord in the Discord where 80% of their catalog is Walmart to Walmart. They will just go through the Walmart online and look for, pickup only, and then go have it delivered to their house. Or I have heard people hiring Uber drivers to go around their town to pick up their purchases, which to me, that would be a great idea. I only live by 2 Walmarts. So if you live in like a city where there's like 5 or 6 Walmarts near you, it's a great opportunity because all the Walmarts have different things. Some have the same, but a lot of times there's a lot of different. Lord has asked, are you doing any storefront stocking? I am. I do like storefront stocking. That is a great way to kind of see what your competition's doing and kind of inspires you to look at other avenues and other adventures, or, just kind of whatever. Let's see here. For items that Walmart does not only, yeah, so they do pick up as well, which is kind of nice too. I like the Walmart pickup. Um, so so yeah, Walmart to Walmart is a great opportunity, and it's a great way to kind of figure out the system, especially with OA. All right, so let's keep going. So how do you actually get started on Walmart? So let's kind of dive into it. So you'll want to go to seller.walmart.com where you can apply. And you got to put your first and last name, your legal business name, and you need your tax ID number. So you need an EIN. I know when I started with Amazon, I just used my social security number. But that's not going to work with Walmart. Um, Walmart needs seasoned sellers. And so that is why you need an EIN or tax ID number. And you want to create an email, which is that will be what you're using to log into your marketplace, and then set up a phone number and then a password. And then you can just agree to the terms and kind of go from there. And then after you do that, or actually when you're filling out that little information, oh, Jennifer, that's a good question. Jennifer said, my husband works at Walmart, and I'm curious if that makes me ineligible to be a seller. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't see why it would. But I mean, if your husband works at Walmart, it's a great opportunity for you to kind of like get behind the scenes, know what's coming in. But if he is pertinent to that or not, I don't know. Um, but when filling out the information in the previous screen, you can't use your social security number, and everything must match with your EIN verification letter. Your address must be the same, your legal business name must be the same, your name, like if you have a hyphenated name, make sure it matches what is on that. Because if it doesn't match, it will automatically decline you. And so, yeah. And you want to use a good phone number, not a Google number. I've heard people using a Google number on there. That's not a good idea because they will call you. They will call you and verify verify who you are. And I spoke to this very nice gentleman. He was super nice, easy to understand. He was very knowledgeable and really helped me through my process. So right after you fill out all this information, you'll want to check your email for an approval or denial. And let's see. So when you're approved, which I hope every one of you are, because this is such a, great opportunity. They'll need to verify your Amazon storefront. You can use Amazon or eBay, and I believe Shopify. But they want to verify that you've been selling for over a year. With also, they're able to detect if you're growing within that year. They don't want somebody who's been selling for a year, but they're only selling like 5 items a month. I don't know how they can tell that, but I don't know. And so, yeah, they'll want to also call you, and they will try 3 times to call you. And if you don't answer, then they deny you. And I've heard it's harder to get approved after you've gotten that far. But there's just so much unknown when it comes to Walmart. That it's like somebody says one thing and then another says somebody else says another thing, like, oh, they called me 5 times and I answered, and I live on the West Coast, so they end up calling me at like 6:30 in the morning. So there's no way to know when they're gonna call or what time. And then there's people who never get called, you know, like Lorna says, they never called me. And you got approved very fast. Yeah, that's awesome. Um, so after you get approved and they call you and you're ready to go, you'll need to update your payment. They do payments every 2 weeks. They don't do daily payouts until you reach at like $300 a day, I've heard. When you get that to, you know, making $300 a day and of a payout, then you get paid out daily. But as of right now, I'm only getting paid every 2 weeks. And it's a set amount. And they use, forget, Pioneer or something like that. I forget what they use. It's a certain you know, like PayPal kind of thing. And then you'll set up your seller fulfilled shipping. And then you'll also do your WFS capabilities, like you'll set up the shipping and your return information. And also when you're going through this process, you will select what categories you want to sell in. Now, this is very important because the category you choose will be based on what representative will be calling you and getting your information. And they will be most able to help you in that category. For example, if you just put, I only want to sell grocery, then somebody who knows, you know, about the expiration dates and everything like that, they are more knowledgeable in that, and they will be able to help you and guide you through that. That doesn't mean you can't sell in other categories. So I would personally just pick like the 2 or 3 categories that you want to focus in and that you want to do, because then that representative will be easier to help you, if that makes sense. And this process can take a couple weeks, a week or two. It took me like 3 weeks because I didn't realize I had to update the WFS capabilities. Long story short, but I got there and it was fine because I decided at the beginning I was only going to do seller fulfilled. I wasn't going to worry about sending it to the warehouse and everything like that. So this can take a couple days because it has to verify, you know, it takes 3 days to verify, and then something goes wrong, then you have to resubmit it. And so it just kind of takes a little while. So, and they are really bogged down right now. Hyperwallet, that's what it was. Yeah, they are really bogged down right now. So it could even take longer. And yes, I will share the Discord with you at the end. And then Hyperwallet, yes. Okay. And then so if you get denied, oops, can I go back? Yep. If you get denied, I was denied the first time, and I was heartbroken, let me tell you, because like all of my friends were getting on Walmart and I was devastated because I have FOMO so bad, you guys. It's really bad. And so everybody else was like celebrating and I'm over here like wah wah wah. So they denied me the first time, and all they needed was my EIN verification letter, which took me a couple days because I had to go find it. I had to go to wherever, I think it was the Department of Revenue or somewhere, and get that verification letter. And then once I submitted that, then I got approved. But if you get denied, just read what they're asking of you to verify, and kind of use it against them, kind of like you would in Amazon, like, oh, you need this EIN verification letter, here you go. Or you need proof of address, here is a utility bill or whatever. So just don't give up, you know, give them a call. I think they have a number down there on the bottom of the email where you can call. Every person I've spoke to on the phone at Walmart are really nice and are really helpful and are easy to understand. They don't have a language barrier that I've spoken to. So that's helpful. And that is also why you want to put a good category you want to sell in, because your representative will help you with that. And they just walk you through anything like that. So what is the difference between seller fulfilled and WFS? Seller fulfilled is the same as FBM. So you have to have your shipments, you know, shipped out at a certain time frame, and you have to have them delivered within the promised time frame, which really is kind of awful because you can't you can't control when it gets delivered. But that is on you. Which really, that's why you want to pick the shipping that's kind of faster than what they would want. And returns can be taken at the Walmart, at their local Walmart, or they can be shipped back. I get returns both ways. I get it back the same box I sent it in, and I also get it back in a Walmart box where it looks like an employee just like threw it in there, like it was a candle and they just threw it in there. Like, great. Now it's broken for sure. And so lovely, right? And so then WFS. So WFS is very, very similar to FBA. You put all your items in a box and you send it to the warehouse. I'm on the West Coast. I live in Washington State, and my items go to Alabama, or not Alabama, sorry, Atlanta or Kentucky. I don't remember what city in Kentucky. Sorry. Sorry, Cindy. I couldn't look it up. And so it takes my items about 3 weeks to get there. It takes about 3 weeks to get there and to be active and checked in. It takes me forever, and I don't like it, but there's nothing I can do about that. And they ship through FedEx versus Amazon uses UPS, which works out better for me personally because FedEx is just right around the corner versus UPS is kind of down the road. So there's that. The best thing about WFS is there's no box contents. You don't have to label anything. The only thing you have to label are expiration dates, and then you have to polybag the items that you would normally polybag for Amazon, which to me took me a long time to wrap my head around about not labeling it. So as long as they can scan in the UPC, then that's all they need. So it's amazing. I just kind of, go through my process, and then I'm like, okay, all of these need to go in, and there's no split shipments either, which is also a huge help because we all have gone through those headaches recently with Amazon and those split shipments. So there's no split shipments, so that's just nice. I just kind of, do a little Tetris and try and fit everything in. It's the same standards as, Amazon. It can't be more than 50 pounds. It can't be like, was it 27 inches long, which I don't do it anyways, that big. And there is no meltable season for Walmart right now, as of right now, which is crazy because I would never send anything meltable in, because I personally think that if I send in a meltable and it gets there melted, they're just going to give me a bad review. Which, the next thing is reviews cannot be taken off. I've had some people who get 1-star review because WFS like didn't package it right, or WFS got it late or whatever. And no matter what, you can't get it taken off. And I've had people open cases and reach out, like, that's not my fault. You guys, the warehouse did that. You guys made it broken. It arrived there in great condition and arrived the customer broken. And yeah, there's nothing you can do, which is really unfortunate. And I hope that they change that in the future. But it's just kind of everyone, which it's kind of tough because everyone, not everyone, which is, a lot of people have their first review as a 1-star, which it just like, that affects your sales, let's see here. Yeah. Kathy, do you need LLC to sell on Walmart? No, I have sole proprietor. That's what I have. I never upgraded to an LLC yet. So yeah, I just did sole proprietor. Perfect. I'm glad I could answer your questions. Keep them coming in, guys. I love answering your questions. So, but yeah, back to reviews. I am super grateful that I got, my first review was a 5-star. This poor elderly lady, purchased a cat food and she didn't read the description. And I mean, I don't blame her. It was a 3.5 ounce, like a little tiny cat food. I sold for $17.99 and she thought she was buying a case of it. And so she was kind of like, sad that she bought this one little thing and her cat's gonna starve now. And so she was like, "Can you just refund me? And I'm on a limited thing and my cat has to eat." So I said I would gladly refund you if you would give me a 5-star review, which she did. And so, we both were happy in that situation. So, but on to the next. So, let's just kind of go over the WFS referral fees. It's very similar to Amazon. So everything is usually either a 15% or an 8% referral fee. So, like apparel, you can break it down to apparel. I'm assuming you guys can see my screen, right? You can? Perfect. Okay. And then decor, grocery. Grocery is important to know because if you sell it under $10, it's only 8%, versus anything higher is 15%. But when I'm out doing my retail arbitrage, I do everything at 15% because it's just the worst case scenario. And if it is 8%, then you know what, more, profit for me. So that's great. But I'll just kind of scroll down a little bit and you guys can kind of just take a look of like all the different kinds of things. You can do your, DVDs if you'd want to. You can do, office products, but then calculators are 8%. See, I don't know why a calculator is 8%. But then outdoors is 15%, except 8% for trail monitors, binoculars, telescopes. I mean, it's just so random. Like, I don't understand it, but let's see here. Let's see. Oh, are you guys seeing my Walmart screen? No, you see my presentation? Okay, that's okay. So yeah, everything is either 15% or 8%. And there is what do you call it? A link. Let's see here. All right. I'm gonna go through and see if there's any more questions. Sorry if I'm talking so fast. I just get excited and I just like kind of, Amanda, what percentage of OA, RA, and A to W, et cetera, you do? Oh, that's a good question. I would say it's about Amazon to Walmart is getting higher. I would say I'm at a 40% right there. And then RA is probably about, the remaining 60%. I don't do eBay to Walmart as of right now, just because I personally don't want to mix business models. But that's just my personal choice. I do know that people have said that eBay to Walmart would be an amazing opportunity. And so, but it's just for me for right now. I love doing RA and I love doing Amazon to Walmart. That's just what I love to do, and I'm just gonna kind of stick with it for right now. Curious how you resell cat food. It's just the same as anything else. I just put in the expiration date in and I just send it to WFS. I make sure it's 90 days out. That way when the customer gets it, it's still within that expiration date. Is there many returns on Walmart? Only one listing of mine had a lot of returns, and it was that cat food I was just talking about. Everyone thought that they were buying it by the case, because it was so expensive, and it wasn't by the case. It was a single 3.5 ounce. So basically, all of those got returned. And actually, because I had so many returns on that listing, the listing got shut down. So oops. But it should be, I don't think that that should have been a thing. So what about gated products? Does Walmart have the same rules? Yeah, we were just kind of going over that where it's just Disney, Lego, Star Wars, and Squishmallows are the only ones that I really had to get ungated in. It's just kind of one of those, I don't know, just brands that they want everyone to get ungated in, but the ungating is so simple. You just buy two of the item and make sure the receipt says like Squishmallow or Disney, Star Wars or whatever, and then take a picture and then submit that. Are you ungated in Squishmallows? I need to do that. I have been trying to get ungated in Squishmallows. I've applied since March and I'm still have that case open. And it's pending. It's just taking so long. Gary asks, I assume only new products are allowed. Yes, unfortunately. So, I have been thinking about doing new books on Amazon to Walmart. Books would be a fun little thing, but we'll see. I always have these ideas of what I want to do next. So, is Walmart harder than Amazon? In my opinion, yes. It's much harder. It's much more difficult just because we don't have the data. We don't have the data of Keepa. It's really a guessing game sometimes. And you just kind of have to just guess, which, if you could go by the, the three rules, that make sure other sellers are on the listing, that there are reviews, and Walmart's not on the listing. That's really good. And most of my products do not have the bestseller or 500 in people's carts. A lot of mine don't have that. And they still sell. So you don't need to have those to make a sale. But these are kind of like the standard fulfillment fees. So if I like with cat food, especially if it's 3 pounds, it's kind of like, ugh. So I make sure I, take the price I want to pay. Let's say it's 30. I then times that. So I'll just pull out my calculator so I'm doing math correctly. So I don't so let's say I want to purchase this cat food. I want to sell it for 30. And then I times it by 0.85. Now, the reason why I use 0.85 is because that is the remaining after the 15% fee. That was what we were talking about earlier, so that it's that referral fee. So after I do that, I'm left with $25.50. And let's say this cat food is $10. So then I'll minus the cost of goods of $10. And then because this cat food is 3 pounds, I'll minus another $5.45, which will then leave me a profit of $10.05. And so that is kind of how I do my math. It is not the most beautiful way to do it, but is the way that I am able to kind of break down like what is my cost in there. I don't put into like my shipping boxes fees anymore, because I'm getting so many Amazon boxes, I can just reuse those. And shipping with Walmart is very reasonable. I think it's cheaper than Amazon, which is still pretty cheap. And then yeah. What about Walmart not standing behind third-party sellers like Amazon? Roz, that's a good question. It's the same. Walmart really loves their customers. They want to keep their customers and they're going to keep them happy. If they want to return an item, they automatically get refunded, even if they return it used. So it's an automatic refund for the most part, which really sucks for us as sellers. But, that's kind of, the game that they play. Does Walmart have high pricing errors? Yes, they do. They have an algorithm where it says, hey, the competitor or the customer can get this item cheaper elsewhere, lower your price. So then you just lower your price and then, just like Amazon. Have you found the Walmart clientele pays the premium like Amazon does due to the convenience of buying online? Absolutely, 100%. I have no idea why somebody would buy the product that I've been selling for $25.99 but it's on Amazon for $9.99. I have no idea. But at the end of the day, it's fine with me that they're buying it. So yeah. And a lot of times, like there are items where they want a certain barbecue sauce or they want a certain ranch dressing or whatever. And they'll pay to have it shipped to them. I have a really good friend. She has a son who only eats a certain type of applesauce, certain flavor and certain brand. He doesn't like anything else. And so she has to pay that premium price because is what her son will eat. So there are so many reasons why people buy items for higher cost. So, at the end of the day, it's not my reasoning. I just give them the option to buy it and they have the choice to or not. So that is kind of nice. Um, Dill says it is like the Wild Wild West for sure. It is. Um, I don't know if there'll be a replay. I sure hope so. I think so. It is being recorded. I can tell you that. So, can you do most of the same items you source each UA as long as, yes, exactly, Michael. 100% yes. I wouldn't think that used obviously would sell, but definitely new. I think that's a great market, a great niche. Just look on Walmart. If it has a review, then give it a try. There are people who do cross list. They will sell it, they will put it on Amazon and on Walmart and see where it sells first and then, remove it. But to me, that's a lot of responsibility. So I don't do that, but I know people are doing that. And then let's see here. People are too lazy to check. Yeah, I also think that. Do you sell to Alaska, Hawaii, or Puerto Rico? I don't believe Puerto Rico, but I'm pretty sure Alaska and Hawaii. You do have to sell to all 50 states. And I have had to sell to Hawaii. I've had to ship there before. A seller fulfilled item. So, and then the storage fees are very, consistent with Amazon. They go by cubic feet. But I think it's very comparable to Amazon. So I just kind of wanted to give that to you guys and provide that to you so you guys kind of know what to expect and what to kind of, to know. And let's talk about the Walmart buy box. So they have a tiered system of like what the buy box is or rotated between. So I only assume if Walmart's on the listing, they get the buy box 100%. That's it. Like we don't know that they shared or not because we don't have Keepa. So I assume that since they're on it, they're not going to share. And then I move along. And then the next person to get the buy box, if Walmart's not on there, is a pro seller. A pro seller with WFS goes first, and then a pro seller and then WFS without pro seller. So they really promote you to do WFS with them. They obviously want them to get the items to the customer quicker. So that's their way of guaranteeing that it'll get to the customer within the 2 days. And then it'll go to seller fulfilled. And people have said that, if you are WFS and everyone else on the listing is seller fulfilled, you can increase your price up to $4.99 and still win that buy box and still be the only one in it for as long as you're on it. I don't know if it rotates. We don't know. They say it does, but we don't know. That's the whole if and craziness of this all. And again, I don't know if reviews come into there because I know that I'm on a couple listings where we're both pro sellers and we're both WFS, but they've been in the buy box the entire time, but they have more reviews. So I only have one at 5 stars. So that can also take into effect. They just haven't come out and said that. And then what's a pro seller? So a pro seller is like a badge you earn. You have to meet all these criteria for 90 days. It gives you that bump in the buy box. Just like it's awarded, it can also be taken away. As you can see, my lovely current metrics, I took this morning. For the longest time, I met 6 of the 7. The one I could not get was at 250 orders. It was really sad. I could not get 250 orders. I was at 220 and then I was at, 240. So then I finally got over 250 in 90 days. So this, it kind of depends on what, your system is. They want to make sure that you are delivering on time and that you are getting it out on time and that you are responding to messages just kind of like Amazon does. Customers can ask you questions about the product, and then you have to answer. Weekend delivery enabled. You just have to say yes, and I did that. And so, but I've never had to deliver on a weekend. If a customer purchases it on a Friday, it says you get to ship it out on Monday. So I don't understand that, but it's Walmart. We don't know anything. Um, is it better to be seller fulfilled or Walmart fulfilled? Personally, Walmart fulfilled because you'll get that buy box. And you can charge more. Even though because the 15% referral fee is like is across the board for everyone. So if you're charging $4.99 above the seller fulfilled, that's covering your WFS fee of the 340. Assuming it's less than a pound, that's covering your fee for the WFS. So it's just the same. But yeah, and if you drop down below 250 90 days, they drop you down from pro seller. Yes, they do. You lose it if you don't maintain it. And if you don't get your orders out fast enough, if you drop under any of these, you're kicked out. But then you do get a chance to go back and retry again. So it goes every month. So, which is kind of nice. So there's so many things that Walmart does not offer, but there are some things that Walmart does offer, like some softwares. There's an ecom circles. It's a free Chrome extension for Google, free Google Chrome extension. It does populate like how many WFS sellers are on there. It's a lot similar to Seller Amp, where it calculates your fees and what your profit is and your margin and everything like that. So that's the one I use. Personally, it's a little glitchy. There is another one that people use, but you have to do a hold and press because it just does something weird with the website, and that hold and press will drive you mental. I'm done. It's like for 30 seconds and it happens every 5 minutes, which is crazy. And then the Walmart app to scan, I just use the normal Walmart, And then the Discord, I'm in 2 Discords. They are paid and they are affiliate links. I will say that. But the Discord is how I got all of my information. It is how I am able to stay connected into the community. If I have a question, people answer it. They're so kind, and everyone is helping everyone because we don't know. And it's nice to know that, hey, I'm having this error listing, and then everyone else is having the same error. So it's nice to know you're not alone and kind of by yourself. I do use SellerGrade. It's exactly like Sellerboard. Sometimes they look identical, and so it's nice that it's easy to read. And you can put your cogs in there. And then there's Wally Smarter. I did use this for a little while. It's, can show you, it's a lot like Tactical Arbitrage, where it just shows you 2 products. This is from Kohl's, and this is what you can sell it on Walmart. And then there's also Nepeto. I believe that's how you spell it. I can't remember. A lot of people do use that one. But for me personally, and I'm just gonna say that, but because Walmart doesn't sell their API, we don't know how these softwares are trustworthy. We don't know anything. And so they're just going off of the reviews and the popular pick and the best sellers and kind of guesstimating how many monthly sales that item has. It could be a good thing. I personally just would rather do manual sourcing or reverse sourcing. Doing Keepa has been really helpful for me, so that's just what I do. Those are just options there for you guys if you wanted them. I did use Wally Smarter and I did not like it, but that was just because I thought that it wasn't accurate enough. So, that's just my own personal, there are people who like it. So, and then so in 2 weeks, I'm going to continue this wonderful world of Walmart and show you guys how I source. I will show you guys how I'm sourcing from Amazon to Walmart. and I will show you guys my process, how I do retail arbitrage, how I, calculate everything, how I make sure that, this item will sell, and what my profit is, what my margin is, and everything like that. So yeah, does anyone have any questions? You guys have been so amazing just to sit here, listen to me for the past hour. You guys are awesome. Um, Thanks for sticking with me. You guys can always reach out to me. I'm in all of Steve's groups, so Amanda Ballard, so just search for me. You guys can message me if you have any questions. I do offer coaching if you want that. Oh, and I was gonna do, let's see here. And in the chat, I will drop the Discord if you guys are interested in that, because I feel like I am nowhere without my Discord. It's not my Discord, it's Cody. His name's Cody. His thing is or his handle is Cody Does Walmart. He also does Cody Does Amazon. So he's the one that has got me into his Discord and everything like that. I'll go ahead and drop it right here. But yeah, I just kind of hope that I was helpful and motivated you guys to give it a try, because I think that it can be such a great opportunity. Oh, thank you, Victor. You're so nice. I do have a YouTube channel that I'm starting. I've been doing it for a couple weeks now. It's where I'm going to do more Walmart content. I'm going to show like how I've been doing retail arbitrage. I'm going to be showing how to upload things and kind of really get into Walmart, because there's not a lot of information out there for Walmart. There's not a lot of people talking about it. There's not a lot of people showing about it. So I'm going to do my best to show you guys and show everyone that I can, because I'm loving it. And I just want everyone to succeed. I want everyone to do the best they can, and yeah, any more questions? Like, I'm here to help in any way. Amanda needs to come out her own course. Not quite there yet, but we're working on it. Steve, you're funny. But yeah, anything else? I'm selling in every category I can think of, because I have this suspicion that they'll just grandfather you in when they lock everything down like they did Amazon. People are saying Walmart is Amazon 15 years ago, where there's no one gating. It's just great for everyone. So that's why I'm selling in every category and consistently. So then, when that does happen, I'll be grandfathered in. And so what are your sales for 2023? So I only started into February, so I don't have any sales for 2023. But from year to date, since, I don't know, I would say probably 30,000 in sales. And the best thing about Walmart is there aren't a lot of subscriptions, so your expenses are really cut down. So even though I'm at like a 30% ROI, I'm probably at like a 30, because there's no expenses, Where do you source mostly for items? Online or solely RA? I do RA a lot. I do a lot of RA with my cousin. She helps me. We'll spend about 4 or 5 hours a week doing that. And then OA is a lot, but I also do have a VA now. I have 2 VAs. One VA does my eBay to Amazon, and then my other VA is doing my Walmart sourcing, and she'll do Amazon to Walmart, or she will do other websites. We do VitaCost a lot because they have a lot of sales going on. We'll do a lot of Walgreens. We'll do what's the other website that we use a lot? And then we'll also do a lot of storefront stocking within Walmart. So but yeah, so can you use Walmart Plus? Yes, absolutely. I do it. And I know people who are also using Walmart Plus. You are able to get tax exempt, which has been very nice. That was fairly easy. I got a response in 2 days. So when I do my Walmart Plus, and I can just scan and go, and then I can just attach my tax exempt, and then I get taxes written off. or taxes taken off. I haven't done that yet, but I know people who do that. So, um, I'm a complete newbie. I've never sold on Amazon. Is your program newbie friendly? Absolutely not. No, it isn't. I'm so sorry, but it is not newbie friendly. You have to really understand the process of how to list a product and the whole system with a product. I definitely recommend starting on Amazon. They actually won't even approve you to sell on Walmart until you've been selling for over a year on Amazon, eBay, and Spotify. So unless you have those experience, but they want seasoned is what they say. Um, uh, Sellers who know what they're doing. What does a Discord cost? Oh my gosh, I think it's $129 for a lifetime. So it's really pretty affordable, and it's a lifetime. I found that reasonable, so I just did the lifetime. It is an Amazon Discord, but there's a Walmart channel, and that Walmart channel is like where it's at, because there's so many people in there who are very well knowledgeable in this, and they answer right away. Like, I don't know if they're moderators or not, but they're always up right on the spot, and they just are they must live in that Discord because they're always answering. Is there a monthly fee to sell through Walmart? No, which is so nice because we know we have Walmart or Amazon where you have that $40 to be a pro seller, and a pro seller, and Walmart doesn't have that. They just have that 15% and that referral fee, or in the Walmart WFS fee, if that's what you do. But just the 15%. And I have heard that because they are trying to get more sellers to come on, they are reducing your fees for the first 3 months. So that's nice that you're saving on those fees and trying to get, it all figured out. Let's see here. Kamal, I'm not sure why it's not giving you a lifetime option. Maybe he changed it. I don't know. Oh, it's 96. Then yeah, I'm not sure. He might have changed it recently. I'm still in the verification process on Walmart. It's been 5 days and I haven't heard anything. That's pretty normal from what I've heard. Yeah, I just know that they've been like really crazy busy. And so I would maybe reach out and call them. That's what I would do at least. Is it easy to make a new listing unlike Amazon? Yes, it is easy to make a new listing on Walmart. I know people who make bundles and they can just quickly do it within like 20 minutes and it's up live and active and selling. I've got things behind me that I've been waiting to like put together for a bundle and it hasn't. I just don't have the time. And so that is my next venture, is doing bundles on Walmart, because I feel like that could be also very beneficial, because Amazon's really different with that. They don't like generic code, or they don't like generic listings. So I don't know much about it on Amazon, but I do with Walmart. It's so much simpler. Do they offer a way to sell through an FBA type as well as FBM? Yeah, so they do have a seller fulfilled, which is FBM, and then FBA is their WFS. It's the same, just different verbiage. Do they offer a way to sell through? So thank you. You're welcome. I'm loving these questions. I love to help you guys. And let me know if you guys get approved. I'll be super excited for you, and I'll be here to help in any way. I am attending a conference in August for Walmart, so I'm excited to learn what I can right now and then go to this conference and learn more. It's a Walmart seller conference. I think you have to be invited, or you have to, you have to apply to go. So they're just not like anyone can go, which is kind of nice. So, where's the conference? San Francisco. So I'm super excited to go to San Francisco again. I've been there a couple times. But I'm also excited it's on the West Coast, because all the conferences are on the East Coast. So it's kind of nice to have something on the West Coast for once. So I'm the one that gets the 2-hour flights, it's kind of nice. Regarding DVDs and other media, does Walmart allow you to sell almost all DVDs in Amazon sales? Yes, I think so. I really haven't dabbled into DVDs, but I don't see why not. So, um, that's the thing with Walmart is you gotta kind of, see how it goes and figure it out. And you need to keep your own data and you be your own keeper with Walmart. And that's what I've been doing. I just keep seeing items that sell really fast and then I go reorder. I just keep category or a list going of how things sell and how fast they sell, and then reorder when appropriate. What is your favorite category to sell on Walmart? Oh man, I love toys. Toys do so well. And yeah, toys are really well. Health and beauty does really well. I have a grocery outlet here. I have a grocery outlet here and I buy everything for $5 usually, and I flip it easily for 30. Um, all day, all the time. And it's just easy. And I'll grab all 5 of them on the shelf. So for food and grocery items, are you mainly sourcing those types of items, RA? No, I do a lot from Walmart. Also the cool thing is with Amazon, they will have like a 12 pack, but on Walmart, they'll only have like a 1 pack. So I will take that 12 pack and break it down and sell it 12 times. And so like I'll sell, it was like a bag of chips, for example. It was a 12 pack of bag of chips and it was selling for, I think it was like $4 per bag. And then on Walmart, it was selling for $13 per bag. So that to me is like amazing where you can just break things down, and sell it for more. That's kind of what I've been doing a lot lately. So, but grocery is really good. It's a good replenishable category as well. Would you only buy items that have at least 1 review? Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have items that have like 20 reviews. But I do think that the more reviews it has, the faster selling item it has, and the likelihood that Walmart's on it. So, as long as it has 1, I'm good to go. It could have 5, if it had, 50, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as it has the 1, then we should be good to go. Do you get faster sales and margins on Walmart or Amazon? Yes. As of lately, there have been a couple days where Walmart's beating Amazon, which is really sad because my average sale price on Amazon is a lot higher. It's usually over $80. I don't sell anything under 80. And on Walmart, it's roughly like 20 to 30. And so for Walmart to be more than Amazon is crazy. But yes, there are many days where Walmart's just doing way better. Is there software used to find items via OA? No, I just use Keepa, to be honest. I use SalesGazer, which is Chris Grant's thing, to kind of see where sales are going on right now. And then I will kind of go from there, and just use that. I just don't trust the softwares for Walmart as of right now because there's not enough data to support it. I just feel like that's an added expense that doesn't need to be added. Then I could just find, either doing or storefront stocking also is really good with Walmart, as well as just reverse sourcing, even on Amazon. And, like I said, a lot of the products you guys are probably already buying, you can probably already sell on Walmart. If you buy 10 of an item, just test 5 on Amazon and 5 on Walmart and see which one sells first and for more, there are a few people who have taken out all their stuff from Amazon and put them all on Walmart, that's a good option too, especially if they're selling more and they're selling consistently. So yeah, I think it's been an hour 15. I can't believe I've been talking for that long. So, is there any last questions? I'll answer a couple more and then we'll get going. Do you sell a Walmart training program? No, not yet. Hopefully soon. I don't know if there's an interest in it yet. Let me know if there is, and I'll put one together. I just foresee myself doing something like a group thing, like let's all do this together. Let's do like a 3 or 4 week boot camp kind of thing. Um, but we'll see. I mean, there are so many options out there. Is there a software that allows you to cross post between Amazon and Walmart? No, there's not. There's not a cross listing. I wish. We need to get Avery to do go with GoToLister and do Walmart. That'd be amazing. Are you shipping directly to customers? Yes, I do both. I do seller fulfilled and send it to the warehouse. But I just prefer WFS. I mean, we all love FBA that does FBA. Like you just can't beat it. You can't beat just putting the work now and then forgetting about it and being done. I don't love going to the post office every single day. It's a 20-minute drive for me. So that's just not feasible for me. So that's why I love WFS. Um, oh, thank you, Michael. You're so sweet. Oh, Seller Champ does cross listing. Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, see, I learn everything every day too. Alrighty. Thank you, Lourdes. You're so nice. Perfect. Well, there's still 35 of you in here, but thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I had such a good time telling you about it. I can tell that there's been some interest in this, so I'm glad I could help you. And in 2 weeks, I will be teaching you how I source for Walmart. I think that'll be a great thing to watch because everyone sources so differently. I love watching people source, whether it's for Amazon or Walmart or whatever, because people do things differently, and it's good to try something different and do a different category or niche or however. So thank you guys. Reach out if you have any questions, and we can go ahead and close this down. 1 second. Gary, I will get you that website. Let me take a look right here. I will drop that in the comment, Gary, because I see you asking about the pricing. This website has the storage fees, the referral fees that you guys can look into each category, and everything like that. So perfect. Oh, I sent that to Steve. Hold on. I'm so sorry, Gary. Let me send it to the group meeting. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, that has all your fees associated with it because Walmart's very straightforward and upfront with that, which is kind of nice. So, alrighty. Let me just scroll up and make sure I didn't miss anything. Lynn, you like boot camps? I do like boot camps. Perfect. All right. Well, let's go ahead and close this out. And thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate your time. And let's message me. Let's connect.